Imagine what it would be like if instead of having your 2 feet, you had 2 blocks of wood below your ankles. And you couldn't feel the ground, you couldn't feel where your feet are, you couldn't feel if you were stepping on something. You couldn't even tell if your foot's all the way in the shoe or when you put your foot in the shoe, if your toe got curled under, anything like that. So for people 65 and older who in the US are on Medicare, which is our federally funded program, they allow patients to get 1 pair of what they call diabetic shoes and 3 pair of soft inserts to go in them every year. And this is preventive medicine. This is so that the spots on the bottoms of your feet that are prone to getting calluses, for example, don't become open wounds. And it's a way of preventing amputations in our neuropathic patients because there's other patients who have neuropathy that are not diabetic. You can have the neuropathy for many reasons. So although I am the foot doctor and I can prescribe these, the rules are kind of goofy and they need the primary doctor who's treating the diabetes or the peripheral vascular disease, or the neuropathy for a reason we don't know why they have neuropathy. But they have to sign off on some papers before these inserts can be made or the shoes can be ordered. And so what you'll hear from the patient today is his frustration of trying to get his primary care doctor, who may or may not even be at the clinic, he hasn't seen him in several visits, but trying to get them to participate and sign off that yes, they're treating this patient and this patient has neuropathy. And so it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of moving parts to get this covered for patients. So this is a long-standing patient. We've known each other for many years, and he's just talking about why he hasn't been able to get his diabetic shoes. So I hope that you enjoy the video. I can order them, but I'm not allowed to sign off on them.
They've already fitted me for them.
Okay.
They just can't build them.
Right, until they get
so
the...
I had to go to a different doctor because he's been my doctor for a long time and I love him, but he's dropped the ball a couple times on me and I don't know why. And I don't want to speculate, so I don't say anything. I don't like talking about people anyway.
Well, but the other thing you could do is you could speak directly to him.
I can't even get a hold of him. In fact, the couple times that I've had him, I go there and they have another doctor taking care of me.
Oh, that's not...
So I had to go get an A1C done here.
Yep.
By another doctor.
Okay.
Just 3-4 days ago. And now I have to notify them in Winkley and tell them, okay, now I've got my A1C, or I took my, I got an A1C. I haven't found out what it was yet, but anyway, now I can contact them and say, okay, this is the doctor.
Yep.
And order them.
Yep.
Well, they took my impressions. Oh, I don't know when it was. It was before I was here last time.
Yeah, the problem is, and the reason that Medicare has it set up this way, is there's so much fraud around these diabetic shoes and inserts.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
And people going to like senior high rises and asking anybody who's diabetic, oh, do you want some free shoes and inserts? And so Medicare had to get pretty sticky about how they were going to authorize them for the people who actually needed them. And I'm sure that that's why. I mean, I can order them. And then there's just a form that they send to your primary that they say, yep, I'm taking care of this patient and he's a diabetic. Here's my signature. Last time I saw him was this date. And that's all they need from the primary, but Medicare requires that in order to cover them, so...
And all that I understand because
yeah.
I'm not upset with anybody other than they weren't notified in time.
Yeah.
And it was 11 days later when I got contacted by his office. Well, so I went in there, and then I had somebody else was supposed to look at me, but then he wasn't in either.
That's
so then
my
wife called up, and I ended up going to some women's clinic, and
Did you feel a little weird sitting in the
No,
waiting
no, no,
room?
I didn't. No, they're just checking my A1C, no big thing.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to have a Dr. T. She was out because she was sick. So then I said, well, is there somebody else? We already got you covered. We got another doctor.
Okay.
Gonna take care of you. And he took care of me. And I was only late. Well, let's put it this way. I was in and out of there pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just have to contact Winkley and say, okay, now, and my wife's going to contact them and let them know, okay, you're going to contact them today and say, okay, now you can make the shoes. And so that's where we stand now.
Yeah, and they had me change some wording, so now I wrote a little template that I have to put in the addendum of every diabetic patient who I'm sending for shoes.
Oh, okay.
Winkley, for those watching the video, is the orthotics and prosthetics lab where we're sending people now to get diabetic shoes and inserts.
And I'm very pleased with them because I had them do my body cast for me.
Oh,
When I
okay.
had the accident.
After
so.
the accident, yeah. Yeah, they do a nice
Oh,
job.
yeah. And the guy that I had there, he actually worked at Schuler Shoes for years.
Uh-huh.
And he's great too, so I'm very thorough. So it's just a matter of waiting. I just have to wear those every time I go out because now there's road construction in front of
We're
my.
very lucky because you can have walking shoes that look like a dress shoe or wingtips that fit like a walking shoe. And women's dress shoes we can't do the same thing with.
No, I mean I'm not really upset. I'm not upset at all. It's just waiting for them. It's nice to have more than one pair of shoes because the other shoes I can't wear. They're so badly damaged and they're so wet now too. I couldn't wear them today.
You know, there's nothing stopping you from going to the store and getting another pair, but
Well, yeah, I could do that, but I'm kind of conservative that way. It's not like I have to. I'm gonna be in trouble by waiting.
yeah.
In fact, I got a picture of what right there, what my house looks like.
I just saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you looking at that when I came in.
How's your trip to Gar County?
How's what?
How's your trip? You took your canoe trip?
Oh, wait till I'm done.
Okay.
So the vacation that I ended up taking alone, my birthday trip, because my mom got COVID.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, she ended up not being able to come with me.
So when is your birthday?
End of July.
Okay.
So this was, I think I left July 30th and went up to Door County with my kayak, and I got it in the water a few times, and it was nice up there. A little too touristy for me. So I don't know that
It is a nice area. I've been there on business, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it there. Wisconsin's a nice state. Minnesota is too. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But Door County is really nice.
It is. It's, I mean, it was very pretty, and I probably, if I go back, would go back in a not so busy season.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, tourist season yet, because kids weren't in school yet.
Right. So it was August, and yeah, and I just find tourists to be kind of selfish and
Yeah.
and you know, kind of oblivious to people around them. And so I like the more off the beaten path type places. That's just me.
So now you got a new kayak or
No,
same one? Okay.
same one.
Your Subaru looks well cared for.
Thank you. Now that
It's
kayaks.
really a beautiful car.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been very happy with it, except I'm having problems with the sound system and the radio system.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, my phone, the car's only 2 years old, my phone's not working through the car anymore.
Oh, really? Okay.
And sometimes I'll turn on the radio and it'll take like 2 or 3 minutes for it to actually come on.
And why? You know, it's
I have-
like driving a computer.
Exactly, and so I'm going to, when I have time, I gotta bring it in, but.
It's like mine wasn't working for a while, and my wife says, have some patience. She says, let it sit for a couple hours, you go out, it'll be just fine. She says, how's that? Well, I think it'll be fine. Went out there, she's right.
Well, and that's happened to me as well, where like the radio won't work, and I'll turn the car off and let it sit for a couple minutes and then turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine, but it's becoming more and more frequent and will eventually hit the point where the radio doesn't work at all. All right, so these little Band-Aids, I'm going to put 2 little Band-Aids on, just leave them on till tomorrow.
Okay.
Let me know if you have any problems. I don't think you will.
When you get my age, the feet don't look as nice as they used to. My wife's feet, she's 74 years old, and she's got such nice feet.
Yeah.
I think, why? I'm happy that her feet look good. I wish mine looked better, but the main thing is, are they healthy?
They work, right.
Yeah. And I'm on my feet 8 to 10 to 12 hours a day anyway.
You still rebuilding your house?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And I'm glad they're doing this. Everything all new in there. Sewer, storm sewer,
Nice.
sanitary sewer, gas, oil, electric, everything.
Well, thank you for letting us video again.
Well, you're welcome. And it's always a pleasure coming in here because you do such a great